bypass. We will take the bypass. We're not going into Lundigotal town. This is a major town between Peshawar and Torkham. Torkham is the border of Afghanistan. This is a major town in it, but we're not going to it. We are taking the bypass to. Let's ask somebody if the road is clear up to. If the road is clear to this wall on the left side. This town is called Ayub Afridi town, and look at this, how big his home is. And as the social media and other report journalists say, that inside is a palace. It was built by German and French engineers, and it took 5-6 years to build it inside. You can see a palace. Who is Ayub Afridi? He was one of the biggest smugglers of the Indian subcontinent. He had ties with mafia in Europe, America, South America. He was involved with all kind of banned items. The saying goes that one time he was sitting with the Prime Minister because he visited this area, and he told him that Pakistan has a loan of about $40 billion from IMF, other places. Just give me a free hand and I'm going to pay the $40 billion myself. He had cows from Australia because they give a special kind of milk and used to make counterfeit dollars. Well, eventually America caught up with him and they wanted him to face the consequences. They wanted to arrest him, and when he realized there's no way out for him, although he is living in tribal area, but he was arrested in the settled area, he hired the attorney in America who flew to Pakistan, and he told the American government that I am coming to surrender, but I am coming in my own aeroplane. So from here, he sat down in his aeroplane with his attorney and US Marshal, went to America, and they put him in jail for many years. I have to still verify if he's alive, but that was his palace. And he was so hospitable to people that anyone who would go in to say we are crossing this area, we want to say hello, immediately he would slaughter a lamb or a goat and say, you guys have to eat this fresh meal before you go. A very hospitable man, very rich, but of course his money came from somewhere that was not appreciated to a civilized world. These are the Pathan people, and Pathan are generally known as beautiful, red, white skin, blue eyes. Although they are so poor and they are walking around in this heat, working very hard. They don't have the facilities that people in the West have. But if you see their skin color, you realize that how beautiful they are. Look at them. They are not as dark as the Indian and Pakistanis. Watch these people. Look at them. No, look at that. Do you see this truck? Three people sitting in front of it. Where we come from, the United States. Show him. Look at this. Look. Even here, I have a seat belt because we're used to it. And look at these people sitting in front of a truck and going on the main road. No one cares. No one gave them a ticket. What a life. You see on top there, that's a Buddhist remnant. In this area, there were also Buddhist religion. Buddhist monks used to live here years ago. And some of their remnants are still there, right there on top. See that the train, the track has broken down. There was a flood here. The track is broken down right there. See the track? This track, now they cannot fix it. That's why this train went out of service. Do you see these caves on top of the train? Till recently, people used to live in it. Yeah. Train, tunnel. See that I told you goes through tunnels? And look at this dilapidated, look at this. All broken track. It was going through the tunnel. There are, I will say, probably maybe 30, 40 tunnels in these mountains for the train. But of course, now there's no more train. You may have realized here that on the road, these women do not have what you call that, that hijab, the burqa, that people in the settled area wear it. They only have their own chador and they walk freely. It's because in this culture, you cannot look at a woman, you cannot go close to a woman. If you do, you are a dead man. So women walk freely. You can see their face. They don't have that traditional burqa, but nobody can touch them and nobody can talk to them. You can see, what is your? You see these ports here, these forts here, couple of them here, couple of them all the way on top of the mountains. Look at those, on top of the mountain, and you will also see a little wall that was to protect this area from the Russian influence, not from the Afghan people, but Russian influence, because that's very, very old. That's from the British times. This side. The left side that's a machine bilarda. Aga was a gumda oske. Agar person halat elan. Wo dekho to? Ah. Akka do ini woro. Akka da stop it. Now where pa here proof? See the tunnels, I told you how many tunnels we have? This is all the train tunnels. They're more than 100 years old. غنتل
زه داسې ډفټ کوم نه چې تر څو پورې تلل شو پکې بیا پکې کټ
او ټیک دی به کټ کوه جوړوه بيجي ما كټ کوه اوج به خپل کټ کو بس کوه نه ښه کټ کوه ما All the way down you can see now the import-export facility between Afghanistan and Pakistan. All these tractor trailer, if you see they're full of cargo, they're going to Afghanistan and from the other side they're coming to Pakistan.